Hey guys, so I just got done with my workout of the day. You can see I didn't go very far, but I'm like sweating. I'm quiet because everyone is sleeping still in the house. I usually like to do my workouts in the morning, and I'm still gonna do my workout of the day with weights. But thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I'm very excited for today's video. It's kind of like a vlog, come around with me, but I just wanted to start this video working out on my treadmill. Okay, so the girls only have a half day today because we have picture day for them. So they're just finishing up. She has her blue light glasses on. And I'm actually gonna start getting ready to finish filming my YouTube channel. So maybe I will show a little bit of my makeup routine. Okay guys, so I have zero makeup on, as you can see. I'm a little tired looking. Yes, girl. But we have a pretty busy day today. The girls have picture day for school, and I'm kind of excited about it. It's a Maya. If you don't know, I have two daughters, an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old, and it's my 4-year-old's first experience with school, so having a picture day just kind of like captures the moment. And yeah, I'm so excited. So I'm gonna be getting them ready for school, to go to school to do picture day in a little bit. I got my mom bun on, it's serious. But since we have to leave the house, I thought I would do a little bit of makeup, and why not do it on my YouTube channel since I'm kind of filming a little vlog of the day. And I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about like a really quick makeup routine with stuff that you probably already have in your makeup kit, so you don't have to really go out and get anything extra. So yeah, I just want to show you some tips and tricks how to make it look glam but really easy and natural. So here we go. Okay guys, so I wanted to really quickly show you what I have in my little makeup kit. Like, it's not even that big. This is just for like every day. I have a few key pieces that I use for, you know, like all the looks that I want to use for every day. And then I have my whole huge makeup kit for like all the extra palettes with color and blah, blah, blah. This little makeup egg is so key to keeping my makeup sponge clean. This is from Grwm. I will try to link her on the bottom. But like I said, I have a few key pineapple. This is from my sister-in-law and my brother, but I use it every single day. And I'm going to show you how to use just one palette for an entire eye look. But I have a few like eyeshadow palettes, face stuff, you know, foundation, concealer, translucent powder, moisturizer, my favorite spray, little lip stuff, eye stuff, pencils in there, and then obviously my brushes up here. But it's just key. You don't need a whole lot, guys, to do a full glam makeup look, and I want to show you how to do that today for an easy everyday look. Okay guys, we back in this. So basically what I love to do, this is my favorite skin refreshing spray. It is the Fix Plus spray from MAC. I used to work there, so of course it's like an OG. Like, I've tried others, and I probably will try more in the future, but I always come back to this just because it always feels, it might be nostalgic, but I feel like it always really kind of refreshes my skin, really helps to kind of like rejuvenate and make me feel fresh and moisturized. So I always spray this on first, just all over, just let it kind of like lay onto your skin. And the more the merrier. Like, you don't really have to just spray a little bit. I always do like a little bit, like far apart, so you're not spraying like this, and then just let it kind of mist onto your face, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Yes. Okay. So while I get ready to, you guys, I'm gonna talk about what's going on with us in the AKP beauty world. I got my little muffin top daughter over here, my little precious bun. So if you hear her singing in the background, it's just because she is, and that's just what mom life is. And I don't really want to change anything about whatever I do, be it YouTube channel, content, whatever. It's gonna be real and serious. So when I do like an everyday look, you guys, I always try to do my skin first. If you're gonna do more of an evening look, then obviously maybe you'd want to start out with your eyes so that if you do get any fallout, you know, you can just clean it right up and then do your skin after. So I'm having like a breakout moment just from something that I've been using, and that's why I have all this stuff on my skin. But it's starting to clear up, you know, after a few weeks of using it. So I'm very excited for it to just all go away and to just really get back into using like skincare, really good skincare, and going to see my best friend for facials and stuff. So if you need to know more information about where I get my facials, let me know. She's in Oakland and she's literally the best facialist ever. I know a few facialists actually, but if you're in the Oakland area, let me know. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna take my BEAUTY sponge. I love, love, love this sponge. It comes in different skin tones, which I think is awesome. But the best part of it is that it's only $6 on her website, which, you know, compared to the Beauty Blender, which I love also, that one's 20 bucks. This one is like a really soft texture. Like I can't really explain it. It's so amazing, and you'll never use anything else once you go to this. And I love how it has holes here because it lets air in it, so it's not like moldy or whatever in the middle. And I love how it has the flat side for foundation and then the point to get into there. Okay, so since I'm doing an everyday look, we're just going to go take the girls to get their pictures taken for school. Probably like 5-10 minutes. I'm just gonna do a really quick everyday look. So I'm on the drier side when it comes to skin. Can get a little oily here, but everywhere else I'm pretty dry. I try to drink a lot of water. That's just how it is, but I am gonna do my best to always elevate and try to do better when it comes to skincare. So I use the Charlotte Tilbury, it's dirty. I use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless foundation. It's one of my favorites that I've noticed trying tons and tons and tons of foundations. I also wear this one. It's a little bit lighter. It's called Stellar. It's also really dirty. Please don't mind it. But that one's really good. It's a little bit lighter of a finish. It is a lighter coverage, so it's not so heavy. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I like to use that sometimes, as opposed to this, where it's like a little medium to full buildable coverage, where you can wear it during the day and the evening. So, or day and like a more dramatic look. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I like to use the flat side of my BEAUTY sponge here. Just pump 2 pumps there and then just go in. I already prepped my skin, you guys. You definitely want to do like skin prep before you put anything on top of it. It's kind of like you have to think of like a canvas, right? So like, so it's kind of like you have to think of like a grape. Okay, this when I was working at Mac, someone said this and it was like, yes, that makes total sense. So if you have a raisin, right, and you try to put foundation or like a cream or like a paint, like envision a raisin, and you put like a paint on top of it, the paint is just gonna go into all the crevices and look wrinkly, you know what I mean? But if you infuse moisture, like a moisturizer and a primer, on top of the grape and like infuse it, it turns into, I'm sorry, on top of the raisin, it like turns into like more of a grape kind of soft texture, more plump. And then you put the paint or whatever on top of that, and it really just kind of like goes right over it and look like, make it look smoother. Does that make sense? I don't know. Trying to explain things and just do makeup, like what? I haven't done this in a long time, so. Anyways, it might look a little bit lighter on my forehead because my forehead always gets a lot darker than like my neck, you know what I mean? And I feel like the rule of thumb when you're choosing a foundation is definitely to find something in the middle of the two. My forehead's always darker than my neck, but I definitely don't want like a darker color that's not matching my neck, because then you can really see the difference. So yeah. So just go ahead and put all of that all over, okay? And usually when I do my makeup, it takes me like, what, 10 minutes because I'm just like whipping it around. Okay, the whole point to my grape story was make sure to moisturize and prime your skin with a good primer, because then your skin looks nice and moisturized and not wrinkly or dry. Yay. Okay, second thing too, you guys, is to really kind of blend this along your hairline so that you don't see any lines of demarcation. And then just kind of make sure to blend it down your neck, which is a lovely angle, right? Lovely. Boom. Okay, so I use, next is my concealer for every single day, Tarte Shape Tape. I use the color in light medium beige. And I always like to put it down the side of my nose, because for my everyday look, I'm trying to achieve like a lot of really like artistry techniques, but like really quickly. So it kind of looks like it, but it's not, like I didn't spend that much time doing it. So these are little tips and tricks that you can do to make it look like you spent hours and hours, but we all know you didn't. Okay, so I put a little bit on the forehead because, and here's the thing, you guys, for those of us who have larger foreheads, which is like moi, you don't want to put too much of your concealer that like lightens the area, that highlights the area, too much like going up on the forehead, because you don't want to accentuate the forehead, right? You want to like make the forehead look like it's going away a little bit, not too much. So I usually just put it kind of right here where you would have like a unibrow, and then down the nose like so, and then a little bit on the Cupid's bow, and then that's it, and you look crazy. Okay, then I take, you know, the pointy end of whatever beauty blender that you're using, and then we're just gonna blend, blend, blend. So you guys, I had my sister's pop-up this weekend, which was awesome. She does so good with her pop-ups. The vendors that are there are so amazing, and it kind of is turning into a little bit of like a community, a little fam bam of people, since we've had 2 pop-ups so far and a few of the same people. I like to kind of blot it in those areas just to kind of keep the product there, and then take the other side where I have foundation to like blend. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, and then once I get this a little bit blended under here, then I'm just going to take whatever's left, not put anything extra, because you see I have a little bit of concealer built up there, and then just put it right on top of my eyelid. Already you kind of see my skin evening out. And I've got like tired mom skin, you guys. Like, what do you want me to do? You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to look fresh, younger, more snatchy snatch. So I don't know if you noticed this, you guys, but when I also had the concealer under here, I was bringing it up this way, right? Because I want to create the look of a more like snatched eye, kind of like going upwards instead of downwards, like sagging. We don't want that. We definitely don't want that. So I kind of just bring it going up, you know, and then it kind of, I don't know if you can see, it has a little bit of a line right there. I just blend it a little bit, but I kind of like it. I want it to stay there. This look, you guys, is again every day. So I don't have any color correcting. I don't have anything like really serious artistry techniques going into this look today. It's just a very like, hey, I'm going to see maybe a few people at my kid's school. I'm, you know, like nothing too serious, but I want to look put together. Like, I got it together because, girl, you know, since the pandemic, none of us got it together. And if you think you do, share how you got it together, girl. Okay, so now that all of that is blended out, what do you think? What do you think? I'm going to set it all with a powder. So for those of us who have drier skin, I don't use a lot of powder. I lightly dust the powder on top of my skin. I don't usually bake a whole lot because, you know, like I said, I don't want it to soak up a lot of the product. Although, if you are on the more oily side, kind of just putting the powder in certain areas and really kind of caking that on while you're doing other things to help you be more efficient in your work, so that when you are at work or doing whatever all day long, it stays put, but that you're more efficient in your time, so that you're not spending an hour doing your makeup when you got to go to work, you know what I mean? So I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Looks like this. And I'm just going to lightly set the makeup underneath my eye. Do the other eye. See, again, kind of going up. And then I'm also going to brush it along my eyelids in the T-zone, because I do get a little oily in my T-zone. Down the nose and over here. So like I said, if I was doing this really quickly, this would be a very fast process. But since I'm explaining it, it's gonna take a little bit more time. So Laura Mercier, boom, get one of those. Those are awesome. Okay, then I'm gonna take a really good fluffy brush, and like I said before, because I'm drier, I don't bake and I don't put too much on to bake. I'm gonna take my Mineralized Skin Finish, which is my all over face powder. Mineralized products are known to be a little bit lighter and fluffier on the skin. They're not so heavy, and they don't add a lot of coverage, which is not something that I want for every single day. I use the color in Medium Plus, and this is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. And then I just kind of dab it, and then everywhere else that I didn't put the Laura Mercier, I will just put that everywhere else to kind of set it. Don't forget underneath your chin and on your neck. And then I'm just gonna take my brush after all that and just brush this off already. Like, I really don't leave it on that long because I don't want my skin to look textured and dry. But I do wanna make sure to set it so it lasts. You know what I'm saying? Hi. Okay, so after this, I go really quickly into my bronzer, which is a Hoola bronzer. My favorite, I bought this online. Usually they come in a very small package, but they do sell the bigger one online. And I take a blush brush, and I always start on the outer corner of my cheekbone because that's where the color I want, that's where I want the color to be darkest. And then I just go down. Granted, we do wear masks these days, so it's like, what's the point of doing this bottom half of your face? And you know what I say to that is, I don't know how to do the bottom half of my face. And eventually I have to take my mask off, so you know what I'm saying? So after I get the majority of the product in this outer corner, then I kind of bring it closer to the corner of my mouth, because that's where you want the line of your bronzer to go, the corner of your mouth to the top of your ear. Okay, so the top of your ear to the corner of your mouth is where the bronzer goes. So this Benefit Hoola bronzer is everything. Okay, so for larger foreheads, I also like to take the bronzer and just go along my hairline. Again, depending on the shape of your face, wherever you want to pull back is where you want to put the bronzer to contour the face. Okay, so I want to make my forehead look smaller, so I'm just going to put the bronzer in those areas. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. And then along the jawline, okay? So in a moment, it's gonna seem like I have quite a lot of bronzer on, but I'm gonna blend it out, put blush, so that it all looks kind of melted together. So I guess kind of gauge your face shape to see if this is something that you even need to do to add to your routine. Not everybody needs to kind of chisel out their jawline. Not everybody needs to have such a deep contour on the cheekbones. And not everybody needs bronzer on the hairline. If your hairline is really low, you might just need it on the outer part of it. If you need just a little bit of, you know, contour on the cheekbones, put it. Good. Boom. Boom. Okay. So then I take my foundation or the powder brush that I had, and then just kind of go right in between the contour and the jawline, just to kind of blend it out there. Blend out the jawline. Make sure that you don't have like a deep line of demarcation, so that it's not just like jawline color. You know what I mean? And then do the same on the bronzer up top. Again, if this was more of a dramatic evening look, I would probably do cream bronzer, you know, like all the steps, but this is just for every day. And so now we're contoured and bronzed. Okay guys, so that so far is my everyday skin. Okay, so I'm gonna Fix Plus once again. I do Fix Plus pretty much throughout my makeup. I just like it to set my skin, lock it in place, and moisturize my skin. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my Hoola bronzer and a fluffy eyeshadow brush, one that is made of like natural hair, not synthetic, to help blend. Hair is crazy because we haven't gotten ready yet for picture day, so that's why we got crazy hair still. Don't judge us. Okay, so we're going to blend that color right into the crease. I always like to start I always like to start laying down the color where I want it to be darkest on the eye, which is in the outer corner. Depending on the eye shape, sometimes you want it to be in the middle of the eye. Sometimes you want it to be in the inner corner. For me personally, I like it to be in the outer third of the eye, just to kind of like draw the eye up once again, make it look more cat eye. So I'm just taking my same bronzer, super duper easy, not getting another product, and just blending that in. This is just gonna kind of give more of like a put together look for your everyday look. Okay, so I put my eyeshadow on both sides, so it just has a little bit of depth in my crease area. And I'm going to take the bronzer again, and then just from the crease, just kind of go a little bit down. A little bit down my nose, just to create a little bit of contour. Just a light, nothing too heavy, just for like the day, to have a little bit of contour, but not too serious, too snatched, just a little one. Does that make sense? Yeah. So from the crease, just down the sides of the nose. And depending on how like skinny you want your nose to look, depends on like how little of like area you leave down the middle without the contour. Okay. Then I'm just gonna put a little bit of my bronzer right at the tip underneath to make it look a little bit more pointy. Okay guys, so I contoured my nose a little bit. You saw that I put a little bit of translucent powder just to clean up the contour. You don't have to do that, but I do it just a little tiny bit just to clean it up. Now I'm gonna take this Too Faced palette that I'm not really sure if they still have it, but it has pineapples on it, and it's not really the only reason why I use it. It literally is my favorite palette. It has all the colors that I love to use for an everyday look. So I use it almost every day. So cute. It is the Sparkling Pineapple eyeshadow palette. And I'm just going to take this shade right here. So now that I already have the bronzing color that's in my crease color, that just kind of, you know, it kind of just helps to make everything look very cohesive when you use certain colors together. So I'm gonna take this one. It is called the Tutti Cutie shade right here. Beep, beep, beep. That one. And I'm gonna take it on my ring finger and just kind of go like this. My finger's dirty. And I'm just gonna pat it in the middle of the eye first and then going to the inner corner. And using your finger when you use like a shimmery color really helps to amplify the color and make it look really smooth instead of like chalky or chunky because of the oils in the skin. And it just goes on a little bit flatter and nicer. So I just stick that on to add a little bit of color there. Take my blending brush again and then just blend those two colors together like that. Boom. Now that we have the eyeshadow on the top, I'm going to take a little bit of this darker brown, which is literally the color I use for a few things that you'll see in this makeup look today. It's called Coconut Sugar. And I'm going to take a little bit on a pencil brush and just line the bottom part of my lashes. This just kind of helps to smoke out the eye, round out the eye, and also make it look a little bit more of like a thicker bottom lash line. Okay, so then I take my blending brush with nothing on it and then just blend right underneath it, like so. And then I'm going to take this same brown with an angled brush. I don't know if you can kind of see. This is the one that I kind of use for eyeliner and also eyebrows. So I'm going to take that and this same brown color here, the dark brown, and I'm just gonna line the top of my eye for like more of an eyeliner look. And I just like to stamp the brown along the lash line. So I'm not like dragging it across, I'm kind of just stamping the color on where I want it to go. And like I said, using this kind of technique and like a dark brown eyeshadow helps it to be more of like an everyday look, like during the day instead of like an evening where you would use like a black eyeliner. And I'm just winging it out just a little bit. So,
I like my mommy's pineapple.
So I took a little bit of the bottom to start the wing, and I just went, I like to do kind of going towards the tip of my eyebrow and then just going out and then using the eyeshadow to connect on top. Did you guys see? Did you guys see that? So I usually start the line and then I connect it with the top of the eyeliner. So it looks like that. Okay guys, so I cleaned it up just a little bit, but with the brown eyeshadow as a liner, this is what it looks like. It's a little glam, but it's nice for every day during the day. And I'm gonna do the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so now that we have the eyeliner on, one of the last steps to do is brows. And I'm literally going to take this same palette, this same brown color that I used in the eyeliner. I don't know if you guys are catching a theme here, but I like to use the same product. It helps with efficiency, cost effective, and you know, you don't have to use and do a whole lot. So I'm gonna use the same brown color in this palette, which happens to work for me. The same angled brush that I used for my eyeliner, which also works for me. And for my brows, I like to take a little bit of it and then this same Fix Plus spray. And I like to spray it after I put the product on there. And then I'm going to line the bottom of my brow. So I'm creating like a little guide to where my brows are going to lay, kind of like as far as the shape goes. And I'm going to just line the bottom so that it has a sharp tip. And then with whatever's left on the brush, I go towards the front because you actually, whatever color you have in the front, you want it to be lighter, a lot lighter than what you have at the arc of the brow. So I'm just, whatever is left on the brow, I'm not gonna get any more product. I'm just gonna do hair-like strokes in hair-like directions and just kind of brush whatever's left on my brush into my brows, with leaving this first kind of part of the brow kind of lighter than the rest of the brow. Okay, so that is what the finished brow looks like. I'm going to take kind of like a spoolie and then just kind of lightly brush so it blends, but trying not to kind of blend where I made that line at the bottom of my brow, just kind of like on the top, just to blend all that color together. Boom. I'm gonna do the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so that is my brows on. Okay, so if I were not having to wear a mask, I would obviously be putting on lips. So I'm gonna put some lips on today. But the last step is lashes. So if you don't do lash extensions with me, which is a crime, because at this point you'd be done with your makeup and it'd be this beautiful look, already lash extensions on, I will show you how to really quickly put mascara on, maybe pop on a little lash. I am gonna pop on a little lash strip because why not? I'm already making a video, so I'm gonna use one of my favorites if I'm not using lash extensions, which is Lily Lash, and my favorite look is from them is the Mykonos lash strips, which have kind of like an open eye shape, and that's what I love particularly for my eyes.
You look so beautiful.
Okay, so really quickly before I put on the lash strips, I always like to curl my lashes. Okay, then I like to put on just a smidge of mascara so that you don't have like that white eyeshadow still on, because you can really see that with your strips. I'm using the MAC mascara, literally one of my favorites because I have small teeny tiny lashes and it has this really nice kind of really good brush for separating, and this is the in Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash. Kind of looks like that. I'm gonna pop on the lash and I'll be right back again. Okay, so then let's pop on a quick lash. Again, I'm using the Mykonos from Lily Lashes. I'm also using the Lily Lashes glue. So the tip, you guys, for putting on a strip lash is putting a very, very small amount. Nothing too serious, but making sure that the whole spine is coated, but not that much. And then letting it dry a little bit. That is another key step when doing strip lashes that I don't think a lot of people do. That's why it tends to like get messy and then it ruins your makeup, and so then you don't want to do it anymore. You have to let it dry a little bit so it gets a little tacky, and then you stick it on and it just goes on super duper easy. So basically what I like to do for a really, like when I'm in a rush, is just put the lash strip glue on both lashes, so they both have it on right now, the glue, and then I just put it on top of my little box here, and then I just let it sit for a little bit. So this is the first one that I put the lash glue on, so I'm just gonna kind of wave it back and forth like this. And then another key thing, you guys, when doing lash strips application is just kind of getting your mirror, looking down into the mirror so that your eyelid is flat, and then just popping it right on into the middle first. Once it's kind of tacky and on the middle, then I take it on the outer corner and on the inner corner. And because it's so tacky at this point, it just will stick right on without any issues, without the glue kind of seeping into your eye. Boom. Okay guys, so this look obviously turned a little more glam than I expected, but that's just me. I love everything about it, and these lashes are to the gods, but all good. So anyways, I'm going to be putting on some quick lips to finish this look for you guys. Some of my favorite lipsticks, you guys, are the Carly Bible Il Maquillage lipsticks. I'm going to be using one of those and this Morphe Sweet Tea. It's a perfect kind of nude for every day. Okay, and then I'm going to be using the Carly Bible Il Maquillage, and I'm pretty sure they still have this in the color Libra. It's kind of like a really pretty nude. And then to kind of blend, I just like to go back in with the liner to blend in the color. And then just to top it off, the Carly Bible Il Maquillage Gloss in Star Child. And for gloss, I usually just like to put on the Cupid's bow and in the middle. And just too much gloss can give like a feathering look, and you definitely don't want that, so it lasts longer. So to make it look like you have a lot of gloss on, but you don't really, you just put it in the Cupid's bow and in the middle, and then that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna do one last Fix Plus spray just to seal the deal, like a lot. Okay guys, so this is my everyday makeup look that I try to do every day when I go somewhere, which is really rare that I go somewhere because of the pandemic. I'm all about safety. I have my parents who live next door to me. I have my kids, so I really try to stay home as much as possible, which is quite often. But anyways, it is a very simple look. It only takes me 10 minutes, but it looks like it took me hours and hours, look like a glam, especially because I put the eyelashes on. But like I said, if you do get extensions, that's one less step and one less hassle that you have to do. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this everyday makeup look that I do, and I can't wait to do more makeup tips and tricks for you guys. Children in tow with every single thing that I do. And I can't wait for you guys to come with us on picture day. So now that I'm glam, it's time to get them ready so we can go. Okay guys, so I just finished filming this look. Don't mind the Valentine's flowers and my house is a mess in the back, but it's okay. So before I take the girls to go get their pictures for school, I'm going to throw in a pot roast so that it can cook. It's a slow cooking one that everyone in my family loves, so I'm gonna throw it in. That way by the time we get home, it's ready for dinner. So here we go. Doing your hair, getting ready for picture day.
Let's talk about
Now it's the little one's turn. She is. She's tiny. Oh yeah, maybe help her. Okay. She got it. She got it. Thank you. Come on, Amaya.
Miss Lauren, I was seeing Miss Lauren when she was listening.
Uh-huh.
She looks exactly like Alayla.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's funny. It's weird. Thank you. Yay! Good job. Good job, Aaliyah. Woohoo! Oh yeah. Perfect. That was fast.
I saw one of my friends.
You saw one of your friends? That was it.
You know who that person was?
You know, all that preparing.
Mom, you know who that person was sitting in the chair?
Who? Darwin, yeah. Did you say hi?
No.
Why not?
No, I didn't like that one. Can we do another one?
How was it? Fun? Cool.
I want to do it again.
Okay. Okay, so tell us how picture day was. How was picture day?
Good.
It was super fast. So we just went in there for like 1 minute and then they were done. And there was only like 2 kids there. Huh? Yeah? No, the movies is still not open because of the pandemic. So we're on our way to Copy Mat to pick up some booklets that I made for my Lash class for on Thursday. Ooh, so pretty. Let's see your hair. Let's see your hair. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Daddy, with your gifted beanie. Waiting at Copy Mat. Okay, let's. Okay guys, so we just got home from doing the girls' pictures and I had to run a few errands and I wanted to check on the food. Oh, it's been simmering here for, I don't know, maybe 5-6 hours. Looks good. So now I have a few clients today. I only booked 2 people for today, a bunch of snacks. I only booked 2 people today because I knew that we were gonna be busy doing the girls' stuff, so I will take you along with those too. I also wanted to mention that I have a few classes coming up and I printed my lash education booklet here, which came out so great from Copy Mat in Hayward, and it looks so good and I'm so excited. Yay! Another super typical thing for me, you guys, is cooking. Please don't mind my stove, I gotta clean it. Between clients. So before my 6 o'clock client, I made rice. And then now, page 4, my 7 o'clock, I am making corn. That way, by the time I'm done, we can eat dinner. Okay, so currently waiting for dinner to finish cooking, and the girls are now hanging out. She's hungry, and she can't find her glasses. But, so we're about to have dinner now and finish the rest of our day. Bath time, bedtime. What do we do for bedtime? We
say prayers.
We read a book and we do our 5 things we're grateful for, and we do our prayers, and then we go to bed.
And then
So
I have Annie. I just peeled it.
okay.
I just peeled it a little bit.
No.
And I found my glasses.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much to everyone who watched our vlog of the day, of our day, and we're so thankful that you watched it, and hopefully we'll make more of these soon, and we love you guys. Thank you so much.
What Mommy's glasses look like? It's a filter from Instagram.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.
See you tomorrow.